Hello everyone, I pray that you're all doing well and that you were able to complete last week's mental health checklist challenge. This week, I want to focus on the first question of that checklist and give you steps that will make a difference if you apply them. The first question was, have you experienced a stressful or tragic event that remains unaddressed? For example, the loss of a loved one to death, being the victim or a survivor of an assault or other violent acts, losing your job, suffering a miscarriage, going through a divorce, avoiding people and situations that remind you of a painful or stressful experience, witnessing a tragic event, or dealing with the suicide of someone close to you. So if you've experienced a stressful or tragic event, how do you overcome that? How do you make sure that you're not affected negatively? And how do you get something positive out of such a negative experience? A first step is to learn to validate and celebrate you. Yes, you admit that you did experience some trauma and some stress. And in spite of that, you can still be celebrated and be validated because you are still valuable. When you admit that even though you've had negative experiences, that admission helps you to stop making excuses. But most importantly, it helps you to not settle for less than God's best for you. A second step is to identify what you need to experience a change. Do you need to talk to someone like a pastor, a counselor, a therapist? Do you need to forgive or confront someone? It's important that you understand that confronting someone does not mean aggression or violence. You may also want to ask, do you need to develop healthier skills to manage your emotions and to control your thoughts and behaviors? Do you need to know more about what you've been through? And so forth. If you need help to identify what you need to experience a change, I'd like to remind you, reach out to me or contact the church. We will help you. And that leads us to my third step. If you realize that you've experienced a trauma or stress, my third step is for you to ask for help. Psalm 34, verse 19 in the Amplified Version of the Bible says that many hardships and perplexing or confusing circumstances confronts the righteous, so the believer in Jesus Christ. But the Lord rescues him or her from them all. To allow the Lord to rescue you, you have to ask for help. We're not meant to walk through hardships and struggles of life alone. So if you're going to have better mental health, you have to reach out to people in your life who are trustworthy and who will lovingly counsel you, pray for you, and walk with you as they support you. So let's recap for this week. If you've been through a traumatic or stressful experience and you choose to still celebrate, validate yourself because you are valuable, you have identified what could help you and you've asked for help, you're on your way to experience a breakthrough. So we're going to stop here for today because I truly believe that good mental health is a journey, it's a process, and it's not a sprint. And so for next week, we will talk about what do you do when you experience extreme mood swings. And so for today, I'd like to leave you with this passage from Psalm 34:19 in the NIV version of the Bible that says, "The righteous person," so the believer in Jesus Christ, "may have many troubles, but the Lord delivers him or her from them all." So again, I pray for you that you have good mental health experiences. Be wise, and God bless.